हम ज्वाइन नहीं किया
नहीं, हम बोलेगा को होस्ट देने का जरूरी नहीं।
Record apa ya? Atau video di sini?
They are listening everything.
Now it's open.
Now it's open.
Okay, now she open there, mas.
So it is almost time. I think we should go ahead. Doctor, can you? We should go ahead. I think we should start.
Hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So thank you very much for accepting our invitation, and we welcome you on this day. And we are meeting you online after a long time because we are not able to meet you offline.
Okay.
So hope today's session will be very interesting and will be very helpful to our coaches and athletes. Uh, you are also part and parcel of our organization because you have been always in with us, and our athletes and coaches, everybody knows you, especially from Manipur. And for if some of the participants who are maybe from Nagaland or Mizoram or from other parts of the country, so for their information, I would like to introduce Dr. A.K. Joy, who is MD, DNB, DSM, and PhD. He is a professor and head of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, Imphal. He has a history of delivering many lectures to sports person across India, with vast experience in sports medicine. And I hope this session will be very interesting. And I would request all our coaches and athletes to feel free, if you have any doubts, to ask questions to our resource persons. And perhaps you all know, we had signed an agreement with regional Regional Institute of Medical Science, RIMS. Dr. Joy is well aware, we have signed an agreement to have an extension center in Sports Authority of India, Imphal. This is all because of the hard work taken up by Dr. Joy after meeting so many people in the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. And finally, Ministry of Youth Affairs, Government of India has given approval for opening an extension center in Sports Authority of India, Imphal. And this is with the initiative of Dr. Joy only, we could be able to do that. And we are on behalf of Sports Authority of India, I once again thank you very much. And I hope due to lockdown, this extension center could not be open. After the lockdown and all these problems, pandemic problems gets over, we will be able to start our extension center. Thank you very much, Dr. Joy, and I will hand over to you for the session to start. Thank you.
Can you see the slides?
Yes, you can see, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Saib. So good afternoon to everyone. So I am given a topic, anti-doping. So as Dr. Saib has already introduced me, I am Dr. Joy. Now presently I am in charge actually of the Department of Sports Medicine. And Dr. Saib is kind enough to introduce me in relation with the sports medicine. So coming to the topic, to know anti-doping, we need to know what is doping, what doping is. So let me show you two very contrasting pictures. One is a sick person, another is a highly performing athlete. The wish of the sick person is he should be okay by any means. So he'll go to doctors, to another doctor, he'll take medicine, then he's not okay, he'll take another medicine. Then he's in search of medicine that will make him cure by any means. Ultimately, what happens is he or she may land up in quacks or in the hands of the fed healers. In the same way, on another side, we have a very high-performing sports person.
Online class.
Can you hear me? Okay. So we have a highly performing sports person. He wanted to do anything, he will do anything to give better and better performance. And ultimately, he lands up in what is commonly known as doping. And because of this doping, and many hero become zero. So if you compare these two persons, one wanted to get cured and his final destination was fat healer. Another person who wanted to achieve everything, even if he is the best sports person, that is doping, that may kill his career. Let me start from here. So why doping? That is one question to be answered. So if we see the performance of the sports person in the last successive Olympics, not many world records are broken. That shows that our human performance has reached its peak, and we started looking for anything that will increase our performance. If you kindly see one of the publication in the week, that is, have we reached the limit, and what next? What is to be done after this? So now people started looking beyond systemic and scientific training. People are looking more on sports sciences, and some people are more working on the doping and other related subjects. So now the focus is on sports sciences. Why athlete takes drug? That is one question to be answered by everybody. Okay. So many take medicine because they think that they believe that there are other. Can you see the whole screen?
Doctor, somebody is doing some scratching on the screen. On the top, I think there is a pencil.
Lot of scratching coming.
Yes. So on the top, I think there is a pencil things. If you click that one, I think it will be all right. Somebody is doing some scratching on the screen.
I'm not able to see my whole slide. There's another problem coming. Can you see this?
Yes.
But scratching, I am not able to find out where is the scratching, annotation and all.
There must be on the top one pencil.
I am doing, but it is not going.
Oh.
Drawing.
Okay,
remove this.
Yes.
Is it going?
Not yet.
Yeah, what to do? Spotlight stamp, select this, that's clear.
Screen share.
Let me try with clear. It's not going. Clear drawing, clear drawing, clear drawing.
Clear drawing, yes.
Clear my drawing, clear viewer drawing. Okay, that's gone. No,
yes.
It's coming again.
Again.
Somebody is drawing.
Somebody is doing something wrong.
Okay.
It has gone. It has gone.
Okay, fine. Hey, again coming. Somebody is drawing.
Oh.
Can we ask everybody to stop doing this? Is it okay?
It is all right. All right.
Yes. Fine. Sorry for that.
Yes.
So the question is, why athletes take drugs? So this is to be answered. So many athletes believe that they want to do anything to attain success because success is everything for them. And they also believe that their competitors, again, somebody started drawing. Okay. Somebody, they believe that their competitors are taking drugs. Then very important one for us is direct or indirect pressure from the coaches, parents, and the peers. And another important thing coming up is government pressurizing the federations to give results. That is another issue that is coming up. Somebody fix my slide again. Okay. My slides are frozen. So other reasons are actually the financial rewards is another thing that is causing the lots of people taking drugs. Then next is employment, getting the awards, getting the medals, and getting employment is another issue that is coming up. And last but not the least is the expectation of the community. That is also very important. The expectation of the community is so high on their success and on their performances. Somebody kept drawing. So what should I do? So may I request everybody to stop drawing? So that is causing lots of problems. Now it is okay. So in doping, there are two things. One is banned substance, another is prohibited methods. So it can be simply defined as taking banned substances or using prohibited methods to enhance the performance of the athlete. But this definition, the recent definition, is more important. Can you see the slides properly? Is there any problem seeing my slides? Can you see my slides properly? That is, sir. Can you see my slides? Should I continue?
Yes, continue. I can see. No
The
problem.
slides are always disturbed by somebody. That's the problem. Again, it started.
Yes.
There is one. So many are disturbed now. Can you see the disturbances? What to do with this?
खुद करना पड़ेगा सर, हमारे ही यहाँ से हमारे यहाँ से होने से भी.
But slides are disturbed.
It will be clear if he do by himself. So यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ temporarily convert कर सकता है.
I think I'll continue.
Yes.
Okay. So previously, only the first and the fifth, that is presence of the prohibited substance in an athlete sample and the tempering of the sample that were included only in the definition of the doping. But now there are 8 problems coming up now in the definition of the doping. Now the recent definition of doping is occurrence of any one or more of the following anti-doping rules violation. Previously, we had only 2. Now we have so many others. The first being presence of prohibited substances in the athlete sample. In the athlete's urine sample or blood sample, there is prohibited substance. Next is the athlete used or attempted to use the prohibited substance. It is just like the person, somebody has found out that he has already used some injections or he was attempting to use the prohibited substance. That is also called doping. Even if it is not given also, it comes under doping now. Another one is next is refusing to submit samples means once notified, he or she must come and give samples. If he or she refused to give the sample. Number 4 one is failure to find athlete's whereabouts. This is very important. So during out of the competition testing, national and international athletes are supposed to give their whereabouts to the federation. So sometimes it is not given. Not giving their whereabouts itself is also can be treated as doping. And if they give their place of location, if they are not found at their place, it is also known as missed test. That is also doping now. Number 5 is tempering. Tempering of the sample, it can be done in many ways. I'll be showing in my successive slides. Then possession of the prohibited substances. Somebody may keep the prohibited substance in their room, in the game villages or in the hostel where they are. That also come now under doping. And trafficking of the prohibited substance means at the airport when they are checked, if they found the prohibited substance, or in their rooms in game villages when they are checked into their game villages, when they are found the prohibited substance with them, is also, even if it is not in their urine, it is also known as doping now. Another one is this athlete is not taking medicine, but is helping to give medicine to somebody that is also coming under doping now. So all the 8 points must be very, very clear now. So either it is presence or use or refuse to give sample or failure to give whereabout, trying to temper the urine sample. Even possession is very, very important. You cannot possess anything in your room now. Your room will be checked. And you should be very careful when you go to, abroad, because your luggage will be checked before at the time of landing and when you check in your game villages. So those are very important things. So every year in the month of October, WADA will publish a prohibited list for the next year. So for this year 2020, the prohibited list was published in October 2019. So for 2021, it will be published in 2020 October, and it will be come to effect from 1st January 2021. So please make a note on this. Every October, you will have a new list. This new list of 2020 is slightly different from the previous one. Now, I will not go to the details of the medicine, but I'll focus more on testing and other important penalties. So in the prohibited substances, so please remember there are 3 things are done now. Like now testing is done in some substances are tested at all the times, out of competition or during the competition. Some substances are tested only during the competition, and so some tests are done again during the some particular sports only. So there are 3 things now. In the prohibited substances that is tested at all the time, there are 6 in the group. There are non-approved substances. I want to elaborate a little bit on non-approved substances. There is non-approved substances. Non-approved substances means the drug is developed that is not approved as yet. Number 1. Number 2, the drug that is prepared is not for human being. Like some veterinary medicine is used by a sports person to increase their performance. That comes under the non-approved substances. And most of the homeopathy, most of the Ayurvedic medicines comes under these non-approved substances because we don't know what is there. Then you are aware of the anabolic agents, peptide hormones, agonists, diuretic and masking agents. And in the method, there are 3 again. Manipulation, blood doping has come in a big way now. Number 2 is chemical and physical manipulation. I'll be talking, there will be 1 slide on that. Gene doping is very challenging now. Gene doping is becoming a challenge now. Among the prohibited substances during competition only. These tests are done only during competition. One is a stimulant, one is narcotics, one is cannabinoids, one of the glucocorticoids, corticosteroids. Glucocorticosteroid is very important to understand because many of the sports persons are given these injections when they have injury, when they have some other problems. So they should be careful about this. One drug that is tested only during particular sports, that is beta blocker, that is during the archery, during the shooting, during billiards. So in few of these sports, it is in skiing also, it is the only few sports, only beta blockers are tested. Now you may ask me why drugs are banned. Why drugs are banned? Because there is a big health concern. Why there is health concern? Because drugs, whatever used by the athlete is not for with an indication. There is no indication for taking that medicine. Second problem is drug is taken at a very high dose. That is very dangerous. So that will lead to serious side effects. Why? Because it was not indicated. Why? Because dose is very high. Second problem is ethical concern, because we may believe that it offers performance by doing doping performance. There is performance advantage. So if there is performance advantage, that destroy the principle of the fair play. So that's why it is against the ethics. Number 3 is the legal concern. Some of the drugs that used by the sports persons are even illegal in the society. For example, cocaine. So in these because of this health concern, because of this ethical concern, because of this legal concern, doping is banned. The drugs use is banned in sports. There are some conditions like person is asthmatic, but there is no, these medicines are under the doping list. So this cannot be replaced. So in such a situation, though the medicine is listed in the list of the doping, they are allowed to use the medicine, but we have to make sure that this drug is very, very important for his livelihood. Otherwise, there will be impairment of his health. Second is there is no reasonable therapeutic alternative. When there is no alternative, but that drug itself is very, very important for his living. And the third important point to be understood is that will not produce much enhancement in performance. If these three are fulfilled, then NADA or WADA, National Anti-Doping Agency or World Anti-Doping Agency, will issue the therapeutic use exemption. This is important because I believe there are few sports persons with asthma and all asthma. Many of the asthma drugs are banned, but once we give this certification, they are allowed to use this medicine. Can you see my slides? Is there any problem? Can you see my slides? Nobody is responding.
We can see your slide.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, how to apply for the therapeutic use exemption? So, we need to have a complete medical history, important physical findings, laboratory findings, emerging findings, and a qualified doctor must certify that continuing this using of medicine is very, very important for this sports person. That is very, very important. Please make a note that it must be applied 30 days before the event. It is very, very 30 days before the event. If you want to use something that is banned, but without that you cannot leave, then you must apply 30 days before the event with a certification from the doctor. Next question comes, why are we testing drugs? Why we are testing drug? Because the objective is to eliminate any competitive advantage. We believe that some of the medicine may give some advantage to the person who is using. We want to eliminate this competitive advantage that might result from using this medicine. This is number one. Number two is we wanted actually to alert this all sports person, and maybe I may use the word, we want to say, we want to produce a pure psychosis to all the sports persons that your urine will be tested. So that is why we are testing, is to alert them that we are testing and to eliminate any competitive advantage, if at all it is given by the medicine they are taking. There were few slides on manipulation. Let me explain this one. This is very, very important. First manipulation done by the sports person during doping sampling process is catheterization. So after the event, they escape from the venue. And what they try to do is they try to take out all the urine present in their bladder by using a catheter. Then this urine is replaced by the synthetic urine or urine from somebody that is normal. So mostly this is replaced by the synthetic urine. So they escape from the field, then they take out the bladder, urine from the bladder, and it is replaced. Then they come for the sampling procedure. That is one. Another is, next manipulation is urine substitution. So that means urine of the person, he or she is not giving his urine. Somebody is giving his urine. Mostly the person who is accompanying this sports person. Nowadays, it is very, very difficult to do because now it is done under the CCTV coverage, so it is very difficult. Then there was a time when many of the urine samples were replaced by the person who is accompanying them. Another one, important, urine adulteration. So quality of the urine may be destroyed by using simple thing like vinegar is one, bleaching powder is one, then the lime solution is one. So soda is another one that if you put this to the urine sample, that will destroy the quality of the urine. This is attempted by somebody. So we cannot test anything. That is called urine adulteration. This is attempted by almost, we have come across that this is done. Then number 4 one is inhibition of the renal excretion. So all the medicine are passed through the kidney, but if we take some of the medicine that will inhibit passing through the kidney, means it will delay passing of the medicine through the urine, then that delay may help the person. So delaying the urine passage of the medicine by using a medicine like probenecid, that was commonly practiced. Now it is very strongly punished now, this inhibition. Then another one is like using of masking agent. One of our Manipuri weightlifters had problem with epitestosterone and testosterone. So they believe that she manipulated epitestosterone component by taking some physiological substances, and that the ratio between testosterone and epitestosterone is 6:1. So then this ratio can be manipulated by taking epitestosterone from outside. There is one new medicine that is coming in the market, that is bromantan, that can destroy steroid from the urine. So people use so many things to destroy the content of the medicine in the urine. So these are the manipulations that is being banned by the WADA. So most commonest one is there was catheterization and urine substitution, and now it is not a possibility now. So what is being common these days are using of the masking agents now. It's very common now. I cannot say. So who shall be tested? This is very, very important. Everybody should know who shall be tested. There were instances where our athletes, Manipur athletes, refused to go and compete because they feel that they may be checked. But please remember, in an individual event, only 6% will be checked, will be tested. That is, first to third is compulsory, 4 and 5 is also compulsory, and 1 will pick up at random. So this is for the individual event. For the team event, 2% from every team. This is ordinarily done. So please remember, testing is not for everybody. So people just live their weight, but they don't try to get medal because of this, because they don't like to come in between first to third or first to fifth. So, but they don't like the bad reputation, though they just go and they just throw out the weight. So 1 to 3rd, 4 to 5th, and 1 pickup from the random. Only 6 samples will be tested from individual event. In out of the competition testing means this is when you are under training or when you are at home. Then this is done without any prior notification, and the testing is done to anybody. Please remember this one. But remember, if you are undergoing training, you have to inform that where is your location, and people will come and come and take urine sample from you. And if you are not found where about in your designated area, then you have problem with mixed testing, that comes under doping, even if your urine is not tested. What is tested? So that is the question now. Previously, it was only urine. Now blood is tested. There were many hue and cry from religious groups about testing blood, but since some of the doping agents cannot be identified without testing blood, now it has become mandatory. And one is human growth hormone, and another blood doping. Erythropoietin is something that once you give injection, that will increase number of hemoglobin, number of RBC in the blood, that will increase oxygen carrying capacity. So these 3/4 are tested by using blood. All remaining can be tested by using urine. So let me come to the analytical procedures. So first is the sample collection process. It is as important as the analysis itself. So next is the doping control. This is about the analysis at the dope control laboratory. And doping test, dope test analysis is done in a laboratory that is recognized by WADA, accredited to WADA. Unfortunately, at this moment of time, National Anti-Doping Laboratory is not recognized, is not accredited to the WADA. This is again very, very important. So first is you get the person get notification, and a doping control officer will come or somebody will come and notify to the person that you have been selected for dope testing. You will be given a letter, offer letter, and then a permission to enter the dope center. Then you report to the next station is now report to the station. Third important thing is after that, once you reach there, then there will be a little bit of the counseling about what is to be done. Then you have to select the best urine collecting vessels. It is very, very important. I'll talk a little bit about that in the next slide. Third is to provide samples. Again, to provide sample, I have already said CCTV, this is done under CCTV camera, and one person is observing you, not in front of you. From the side, he is observing you passing urine so that you don't do any manipulation. Please remember, you have to strip from umbilicus to the knee, that this part of the body is without clot. You cannot do anything on that. So minimum of 75 ml of urine is required. Standard is 90 ml of urine. Then after that, you have to collect your own collection kit. The Barrett kit is commonly used. So you have to collect. After that, you split the sample. 2/3 of the sample will go to the bottle number 1, and 1/3 will go to the bottle number B. Then after that, you will be asked to keep. So for whole process, nobody will touch this the vessels, then your urine samples, your kit. Nobody will touch this. The only moment where a doping control officer will touch your sample is while testing your urine for pH, how acidic your urine is, and what is the specific gravity of the urine. It will be tested. If there are problems, I'll show you the level. Now, like pH, if the acidity from 5 to 7 is allowed, if it is more or if it is less, then you have to give urine again. If the specific gravity is less than 1.005, it should be more. And if it is less than that, you have to give your urine again. This happens when many of the sports persons dilute their urine with the tap water while they are washing their hands. So that dilution has got lots of problems. It doesn't look like urine when we test. So next important is fill in the form is very important thing. I want to come one by one because I want to make our athletes aware of how to fill forms also. Please remember, first is the urine collecting sample kit. This is sealed one. When you select, you must select one that is sealed. The seal is not broken. Okay, so you will be given many. Out of that, you have to select one. So you have to collect minimum of 75 and ideally this 90. So again, after collecting your urine samples, then you have to collect your kits now, sample kits now. So please remember, you have A and B bottles. Then the box is also, please look at the bottles. They will have the same, two bottles, and the box will have the same number. This bottle number and the kit number will have the same number. Make sure that this is same. So you may get a sample like this, a kit like this, or you kit like this. So please, but remember, A, B number and the box number must be same. Make sure again and again that this is same. Then after giving your urine sample, the dope control officer will check your urine. He'll put here, then he'll see under the refractometer, then he'll see the specific gravity. If it is less than 1.005, they said thank you. You have to come back again. You have to give your urine because your urine is diluted because you have put water when you are washing your hands. So that's very common thing. Please make sure that because everybody is very, very clear to us when we collect urine. But few important things, when you collect urine collecting samples, that must be sealed. If it is not sealed, don't collect. Make sure that nothing is inside. And when you collect the sample kit again, make sure that numbers are same, there is nothing inside. And everything is to be logged, open and logged by your, nobody will help you. But they will instruct you what is to be done. Everything up to opening to locking is to be done by you. The last stage done by us, by the doping control officer, is just see whether is there any leakage or not. That's the only thing we do. Otherwise, we don't touch. So please remember this numbering and all these are very important issues. Next thing, next important issue that is coming is you may be treated by any doctor for anything. Please have a habit of keeping all the medical records. Make a health file for yourself. Carry it everywhere because you have to declare what medicine you have taken. For most important, last 7 days, what you have taken. For the steroid and all, it may be even 8 months. So please make a folder for yourself. For any medical treatment, you must carry it wherever you go for sport, for the competition. Please make sure about this one. This is not the original form. It is color form, 3 pages color form for India. But make sure you have to make sure that your name is entered correctly. Your ID is numbered, athlete number is written correctly. Your sample number is correctly written. The drugs that you have been taking is declared correctly. Make sure this 4 things must be very, very clear. Your name is clear. Your athlete number is correct. Your sample number is correct. Then the medicine you are taking is written nicely. If you don't take it, not applicable. That's all. So you make sure that everything is very, very clear. You make sure this part of this is done by the doping control officer. But at the end, you have to see and you have to certify that I have seen, check, and you will take your own copies. Please remember, this step is very, very important. So I am repeating again. So in this form, so you have to declare any medication or supplements you take during the past 7 days. Okay, that is important. If you are taking any medicine, that is banned, but you are allowed to use because you have applied for therapeutic use exemption. Then you have to write about that also because there is a column for that. Then if you are not happy with the methods of collection, suppose there was some dirt in your one of the sample and all, you can write on this. Then another is, so whatever is written about your name, about your athlete number, about your the number, the kit number and all, you make sure that you have to reconfirm that it is correct. Then you need to open the second copy. The second copy is usually the laboratory copy. Then you open the first page and see that your name is not seen in the next laboratory copy. Your name, your number should not be seen in the laboratory copy. Please remember that. Then after, when you are satisfied, you sign and you will receive a copy. Please keep this copy for you. This is your copy. You have to keep it with you. Don't lose it. If you have lost it, you'll have problem. So please make sure declaration medicine is important. Then you have to reconfirm, okay, whatever is written in the form, and make sure, don't forget this. You open the first page and say second page. Make sure that your name is not seen in the next form. That is laboratory form, because this is secret one. Then after then, when you are satisfied, only you sign and you receive a copy. So you sign when you are satisfied and always receive a copy of doping control form. Don't lose it. This is very, very important for every one of you. So what are the penalties? Because please remember, in any international events, doping is controlled by World Anti-Doping Agency, that is WADA. In any national competition, it is controlled by the National Anti-Doping Association, that is NADA. And please remember, we have been using word doping, dope test positive, and all these tests. Dope test positive is no more used. So no, they will say that there is adverse drug finding. Drug finding. Adverse finding is most important what they are using. So I'll elaborate on that also. So what are the penalties? So we need to know this, because if you violate the rules and regulations of the WADA, then you will be punished. Then what are the penalties given? In case when there is presence of the when your urine sample shows there is banned substance, one, or when the organizers, they have seen that you have used, because they have found one syringe in your room, they know that they have used, or when you were trying to give the injection yourself, they have seen it. So that for that also penalty is nearly same. Number third is keeping the prohibited substance with you in your room, in your pocket. That itself is also, as I said, it comes under the possession, under the doping. And refusing to submit samples means refuse to give urine sample. So I'll give one example. Yes, it happened to be one Manipuri weightlifter. So I was posted in Kolkata. So she lifted and she got a gold medal at around 4:30 p.m. at Kolkata. Then she was so much dehydrated, and she was asked to come to the doping center to give urine. She couldn't pass urine, and at 2:30 a.m. on the next day she passed urine, and we waited till long. So it happened like that only. So if she refused to give, that comes under refusing. But in her case, she was so dehydrated, there was no urine available. So we waited for about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours. Then we got the sample. Then another is tampering, as I have already mentioned, tampering to the urine. So if the first time, this time there is no fine. Previously till 2019 there was fine. Now there is no fine. So first violation is 2 years ineligibility, and second time violation is lifelong ineligibility, lifelong ban. So another one now. So now again violation is like, as I said, out of competition testing. Out of competition testing means during training, or when you are off season, you are at home or you are at a training center, but you need to fill up a form that I am available at Patiala, or I am available at Delhi, or I am at home. So they will come and try to collect the form, collect your urine. But if you are not available, then that itself is punishable. But again, if you say, if you give a detailed address, again they come to collect, but you are not there, again it is called mistest. There also you are punishable. The penalty is minimum is 3 months and maximum of 2 years ban. And next to trafficking of the, so trafficking, as I said, you carry in your luggage, so you are caught at the airport, or you are caught at the before entering the game village, that is called trafficking. So that is also punishable crime. Then you are not giving, you are not taking, but you are giving banned substances, injections to one of the another athlete. You are also, it comes under doping, and then you will get punishment. It is 4 years to lifelong. So please remember again. So this punishment must be remembered. So in case of presence, in case of use, in case of possession, in case of refusing to give sample, in case of tampering is 2 years. First violation 2 years. Second violation is lifelong. Then in the failure to file address whereabout, you fail to give your location, your address, they are also 3 months to 2 years. And trafficking and administration.
Network.
Talk it. I took it. Network cable money. I need cable money. Mommy on the phone. Okay. Laptop. Maybe sir, his network is failed. हमारा तो कुछ नहीं send that's what I can send.
There must be network problem with the doctor, so that's why we cannot get his session. We can wait for some time. Maybe his network problem must be doctor's network problem.
हाँ आपका उसको वो देखा नहीं रहता हाँ फिर आया क्या ओके हाँ हाँ नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है क्या ओके ओके लैपटॉप बंद हो गया
लैपटॉप बंद हो गया वो चार्ज नहीं किया हो
जो क्या नहीं क्या लैपटॉप दोनों गाड़ी से स्टार्ट किया था
Devan, can you hear me? Unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
Okay,
for
sir.
attending.
Welcome, sir.
That doctor is having some problem with his network, I think.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
How was the session? Is it good?
Nice, sir. Good.
Nice, no?
Good. Sir, can we get those materials maybe in the software?
I'll give you.
Okay, sir.
एवमचा
हाँ सर।
वो डॉक्टर का नेटवर्क खराब हो गया उसका।
हाँ सर, वेट करते हैं सर।
हाँ।
नहीं तो कल डॉक्टर को रिक्वेस्ट करके कल आधा और कर लेते। पास नहीं होने।
Puros da. Dorbo.
Okay. Let me complain. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you, should I, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes sir, yes sir.
So sorry, it was blackout suddenly. Huh? Can you see the slide, please? Can you see the slide?
Yes sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes sir.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. So now I was talking about the penalties because every athlete, every coach, every manager must know what are the penalties for doping rules violation. This is very, very important for every one of us. That's why I was repeating again and again. So this is very, very important slide for the, again, for our athletes, how to check whether what they are taking is a banned substance or not. This one, everybody should know that this is very, very important for them. First is, if they have gone to a doctor or if they have gone to a pharmacy, then whatever they have received from there or whatever is being prescribed, they must consult a sports medicine doctor. This is very, very important for them. They should not take medicine on their own. Whatever they take must be consulted to the sports medicine doctor. Next, if they don't have a doctor, they must refer to most of the WADA, they must see.
They can share basically.
Can you hear me? Yes?
Hear you clearly.
Very clearly. Okay, fine. I'll continue. Almost finishing. So, they must, if they have any doubt, they must refer to the most recent WADA prohibited list. So this is already available in any of the science center or any of the doctors dealing with sports. Third important thing that is very feasible to anybody, to any sports person, is Google search. What they should do is they should enter the name of the medicine. Like I give an example. I said nandrolone is banned substance. The result will come. They said it is a banned substance since this and this, it is under this, it will come. So the Google search is very important. Everybody having one laptop, mobile. So they enter the name of the medicine and as banned substance. Then they will get the result. They will know that this is banned or not. This is very simple. This is applicable to everyone. Sometimes, like when you take medicine of homeopathy or Ayurvedic, then sometimes those are written in Hindi. It must be converted to English first. Then please do Google search again. Then they will know that this medicine is banned or not. This is very, very important. It is very, very practical. But the last word is everything that is prescribed by any other doctor or any other pharmacist must be consulted to a sports medicine doctor. Very important thing. If they have doubt, they must enter one after another the component of the medicine in the Google, and they should know whether it is banned or not. This is very, very practical for each and every one of them. They must do this one. I am almost coming to the end. So like, okay, very, very challenging thing now in sports is going to be a gene doping. That is very challenging now. Then what happened is now we are afraid that among our athletes, there may be somebody who is genetically modified human that you may have seen in the English movies. So that is now actually it is becoming original these days, because like when we examine the NBA, National Basketball Association, now presently 36 of them are more than 7 feet, and there are many whose height is more than 9 feet. So like the people believe that this could be probably because of the genetic doping. So this is one suspicion coming from the NBA is about the height of the basketball player. So unfortunately or fortunately, maybe some of the robots, some of the genetically modified human will be among us maybe within few years time. So this is very, very challenging to us. So now challenge before us is whether we should go for doping or we should not go for doping. This is to be answered by all, including the government, including the director side, including the state authorities, should go for this. To answer this, I may ask one question: can there be a doping-free Olympics? That is what usually sports medicine people ask. So to us, it is most unlikely. It doesn't mean that you should take medicine, but like this doping will remain for some time. That is what I wanted to say. Why? Because to stop doping, we need to change the attitude of so many people, including sports person, including the coach, including the manager, including the state association, federation, the government. Or everybody must change their attitude first, like attaining something by cheating. That attitude must be changed first. We need lots of education, re-education, and counseling. Until and unless we change our attitude on doping, doping will remain. So what we need, we have so many rules. These rules must be reinforced very strictly. So that is number one. Number two is there must be very robust monitoring at the international, at the national, at the state level, and even at the institutional level like SAI. There must be continuous monitoring of the use of the drugs. So that is very, very important. So only when the three things I wanted you to request, Number one, we need to change the attitude of everybody, including sports person, coaches, association, federation, government. We must change our attitude that we must get medal by any means. That must be changed. Then we need to enforce a strict enforcement of the rules and regulations of order. Then we should have a robust monitoring system, especially national, state level, even at your institutional level. That is SAI. That is very, very important. This is my suggestion. Then why doping should be banned, I am repeating again, because the cornerstone of athletics or any sports is fair play. But doping is contrary to this basic principle of the sports. It is not for fair play. There is no fair competition. Somebody is taking advantage out of using medicine. So the bottom line is, however, the bottom line is play through. The motto of the World Anti-Doping Agency is play through. So my bottom line is also play through, be truthful in sports, avoid cheating in sports at all costs, and focus on high quality training programs. Doping cannot replace it. Doping cannot replace a very high scientific, systemic scientific training. Doping cannot be a replacement. Doping is just a complement to the best available systemic and scientific training. Doping doesn't replace very good scientific and systemic training. So let us all join hands to protect the sanctity of the sports. Let us all say no to drugs. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask.
We will have question time for some time. If any athlete or any coach would like to raise any clarification, please go ahead. Any coach or athlete, if they want to get some clarification, please.
Somebody is writing continuously.
Yes, it is disturbing. Somebody is doing.
Oh, if they don't have question now, they can write to me and you can forward to me. I can answer.
Oh, yes. I think they may not have any question.
Okay. In case they have also, you can please transfer to me. I'll answer.
Okay, okay, doctor. Thank you very much.
I want to come and take this class again because I am not happy.
Yes, we will have again, doctor. We will have again. We will be grateful if you have time. We can have again. So.
No, I am happy to inform you that now one student has already joined, so she will be coming and doing all the OPDs actually to SAI, as we have already discussed. So now
yes.
at least one consultant and one MD student will be coming to SAI now. You will have 2 doctors now.
Okay, very good, doctor.
But let the COVID part finish off, then everything will be okay.
Yes. Then, Dr. PPT, if you can send me in my WhatsApp those PPT.
I'm sending just now.
Okay. So I think nobody is having any question. Anybody having question? Once more, I'm asking. Any question, please? No, nobody. So thank you, doctor. Thank you very much. And we'll meet again and we'll try to have the session again, doctor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm sending the PPT now.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What was the problem actually?